Hey, Mike Healy here, and I'm excited to share with you a video on how to launch a network marketing business. Now, I've launched multiple companies over the years. I've been doing this for about 23 years, and I did a video about 2 years ago on a brand new company that I was getting into, and it worked really well. I went through my dry erase board exactly like I'm going to show you, but I'm actually just now getting ready to launch a new product company. Okay, the product company is just coming out to the United States and other parts of the world, and I wanted to put this together because I'm going to show you exactly the plan. And you can look at this video. I don't know when you're going to see it, but you're going to see that I track all this stuff. It's pretty cool. So let me go ahead and just show you how I kind of put a plan together. Now, the first thing I do is I usually put a really big audacious goal, and my goal is $50,000 monthly after 12 months, and I base this on 20% commission off of a compensation plan. So what I'm looking for is when I look at a company, I look at the comp plan, look at the product, I want to think how much volume do we need, how many sales, that kind of thing. So what I did is breaking $50,000 at a 20% commission, and the company I'm doing this with runs a right around 30 to 60% commission, so this is easy. It's going to take $250,000 in volume. All right, now that might seem like a lot, but follow me here. So what I do is I divide that by the average person that I've seen in this company, because this company's established, but they're coming to our market here shortly, is they're averaging a little over 200 monthly in volume per person, per rep, that kind of thing. And then I estimate that that's going to take me about 1,250 reps times that number, which is what comes out to here. Now, I have done this in the past. My wife, Stacy, and I, who's behind the camera, say hi, Stace.
Hi.
We've done this kind of volume before, so this isn't out of the realm of thinking, all right? But what I look at is how do I get these 1,200 reps, okay? So 1,200 reps, I estimate to get that volume is each one, if they just maintain 10 customers, I always look at how many personals I need. The reason is you can't tell the duds from the studs, the zeros from the heroes. So I always put it on my mind that, hey, if it's going to get done, it's going, if it's up to me, or it's going to be, it's up to me kind of thing. So I figure that I'm going to have to get about 125 personals, okay? Now, they don't all have to be studs or studettes. In fact, what I've noticed that out of whatever number of people I usually bring into a business or into a company, it's about 20% of them are leaders to the point that they're actually doing something. So if I bring in 125 personals, and out of that 125, 20% are leaders, that means there's 25 people that I'm eventually going to be working with to get a minimum of 10,000 in volume each, which is not hard to do in this kind of company and that kind of thing. That means that I would get the 250 in volume, which is going to accomplish my goal. All right, so how are we going to do that? So let's talk about that. So this is my goal. Okay, so now I got my goal, but we got to put a plan together so we can get this done. All right, so the first plan, or first part of it, I kind of call it phase one. So what I usually do is the principles of networking will never change, okay? They're like written in stone, that the more people you talk to, the more success you have, right? Okay. The other thing is even though people, they kind of tune it out a lot of times, or they get afraid, is F&F stands for friends and family. Now, I know a lot of people get intimidated to do this, but my theory has always been to make sure that I've shown friends and family first, to give them the chance to be in early on something I'm about to do. Okay, that's what I usually do, and I don't care whether they say yes or no. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. I always focus on the process versus the outcome, because the outcome happens because of the process. All right, so my normal thing that I've always done is that 5 steps, and you can get a book. I wrote a book on it called Network Marketing Made Easy, the 5 Simple Steps. You can get it free. Go to my website, MikeHealyTraining.com, and click on book, and you can download it. But really what it is prospect, contact, present, follow up, and repeat. Ultimately, I'm going to contact these people and say, hey, I just started a new business. I have no idea if you're interested or not. I'm going to send you a video to watch. Believe it or not, that's my MO. That's all I've done for years and years and years, and it's never failed. And it works. Okay. Now, the other part of this is where I'm kind of a little more advanced than the normal person, that gives me the advantage to get these numbers quicker, and most importantly, help the people on my team, these 25ers right here, is I know very well how to advertise on Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and other platforms that are out there. There's a lot of platforms you can advertise on. and I dial it in. Okay, so let me show you exactly what I do. The first part is I basically create a small video, something similar to this, or even maybe you're watching this as an ad, I don't know, that just piques curiosity. The only thing I'm trying to establish here is curiosity to get somebody that I might meet them at the right place at the right time to look at something, which is the video webinar, which is the same thing I just send to friends and family. So I'm not doing anything necessarily different. And I usually have this either on YouTube or a web page or something like that, where it's just the flat out presentation, like 45 minutes long, tells them everything and so on. Because again, you can't tell who's gonna do something, and I don't care. It's all about the process, all right? So what happens is ultimately these people watch the video. So this is kind of like my funnel here, and you can see I still write kind of like a third grader. But they've got the, you got your interest, which is what I've piqued them with. I've told them the story. And typically then the follow-up is just Q&A, questions and answers that they may have that they want to go, hey, how's this work? How's the product work? Can I get a sample? That kind of thing. And that's what I do. And then I have my no decision or my yes decision. Now, let me go here. Am I talking too fast? I just want to make sure I'm not talking too fast. Okay, so here's ultimately how the advertising kind of works and how I structure it. And this will be kind of the last part, but this is really, really cool. Okay, so now that I got this established here, this is what we're doing. I want to show you this part of it right here, because this is how I make this advertising stuff work. So step one is, or A, is 1 out of 100 joins. Basically, if I can get somebody to look at a presentation, I don't care if it's warm market or cold market, I know that it's a numbers game, and typically I can find people that say, yeah, this makes sense. Okay, I want to try that product. What I look at is, that means that if I'm doing this portion of just just video views, I know that I need 12,500 need to view my webinar to get my 125, right? I need 12,500 that need to view the full 45-minute webinar, okay? Now what I do, again, is I do the same process right here, is I use Facebook, YouTube, Google, Instagram, and so on to create a click. All I'm trying to do is pique someone's interest. If it makes sense, they go to the web page and they look at it, all right? That means that I basically need, if I get 10% of those people that I've piqued their interest, I need about 125,000 people that view this thing. But here's the cool part. It sounds like a lot, but it's not, because we're talking worldwide audience, okay? And we're talking all the things that I've done in the past, all the lists I have, all of the pixels I got on all the web pages, all the retargeting and stuff like that. So this is not going to be hard to do, and that's where I get this number. Now, I typically, believe it or not, and it doesn't seem like a lot, and it's really not, is I usually only spend between $20 and $50 per day on an advertising budget across all those platforms. I try some stuff out, I watch how the numbers work, and then I might turn it up or turn it down. But basically, if I get a 30% fast start on a product, which is me thinking how much am I going to spend and get a return on, basically 100 here would be $30. If they buy 500, it'd be 150, and so on, and you get that. And then what happens is this, as I work these numbers always work out, okay? That it's just a numbers game. And most importantly then is when they join, I then set them up with the Facebook group. So when somebody gets on board with my team, I'm setting them up with systems that they can either replicate what I do, or they can just plug into the amount of sheer volume of people that I typically bring in and that kind of thing. So they're gonna get here, they're gonna get funnels, like I have funnels pre-made. Marketing training courses, I do have this for like people that buy the bigger packages. And this one right here I wanna talk to you about for just a second, and then we're done here, is the funnel app, okay? The company I chose, one of the reasons is I'm a systems guy. First and foremost, like I said, the process works, the outcomes happen. These guys have probably one of the coolest app systems that just is now coming out that I've ever seen for a network marketing company. It's stuff that I've thought about, and one of my partners, business partners, we've thought about these kind of things for years and years and years. Wouldn't it be cool if you could just go on your app and find out what somebody was dealing with physically and send them the specific video? Or what if they wanted a sample, you could click a button and it sent it to them, and it tracked it all. And most importantly, your upline could also track the activity, because if I can edify and help people with that activity, the results happen, okay? So I know I talked fast. I try to kind of go through this fairly quickly, but summarizing this is all I do when I launch a company, which I'm doing right now, this is the beginning, this is the first video I'm putting out of this, is I have a huge goal that keeps me motivated. I break down the numbers that I have to do because it's just math. I realize that I'm going to have to identify 25 leaders that I want to work with and pump them full of tools, trainings, information, and so on, edify them, put ads out for them, that kind of thing. And I do it by either I talk to friends and family first, and then I just go after the people that maybe aren't aware of me or haven't seen me in a while, and I use Facebook and all these fancy things to amplify what I'm talking about. So hopefully you got something out of this video. I know I went through it kind of fast, and I talked probably fast, but I'm sure you can listen fast. But if you got questions somewhere probably around this video, you can click on the link if you want to see the webinar. You can see exactly how I did a webinar with somebody where it was just me and my wife Stacy, having him give this presentation. So you can see exactly what I saw for the first time and the questions I asked to why I would join and so on. So it might be linked in the description area, or if you're looking at this and it happens to be an ad for some reason, I'll put it around here. You can click on it and so on. So thanks again, and look forward to talking to you.